We got these two like 3 ago, and we still haven't gotten the chance to use them. Ah, the joys of JRPGs. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Triangle Strategy. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we hosted a great banquet to help support, I think it's the new mine is the main thing, I guess. But this time, Sarah finally become Lord Wolf. Let's go and get ourselves a new title.
My beloved son, SlayerNoah, will oversee the matters of our house from this day forward. I expect you to serve him as dutifully as you served me.
Of course, Lord Simone.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty to House Wolfort.
My son, listen well. The Lord's judgment shapes the fates, kin and alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
Yes, Father. I shall keep those words close to my heart. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience. As Lord of House Wolfort, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance from those more traveled than I. For my house and my people, I trust I can rely on you.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say you are more than ready to receive this.
The Scales of Conviction, a holy relic, said to be blessed by the deities of old.
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. From this day on, I entrust it to you. However, it is of little use without these.
Coins. 7 of them.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls ahead. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always shall be.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
Very good. Now do your duty, my son.
We await your orders, my lord.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the first of many joyous occasions ahead of us.
And so the stewardship of House Wolfort passes from father to son. Lord Simone Wolfort, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young SlayerNoah. With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon, the Wolforts set forth to the Crown City. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolfort sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to show his worthiness.
So Lord Simone will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually. What wisdom has your father bestowed upon you?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. SlayerNoah of House Wolfort, the crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, Your Majesty. I shall not disappoint.
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself? I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would shame me? You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Dragan, you forget yourself.
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words, sister. Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolfort?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Serenoa Wolfort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Those two, they were...
Thalis and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf. And my half-siblings.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for the sake of our grand endeavor.
I have another thing available at the encampment, that being the smithy, which we will probably get to later on in the episode, I suspect.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian mines have commenced in earnest.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzant's salt and capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed. It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. We owe a debt of gratitude for all who have supported this grand venture. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor bear fruit. And House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be forever remembered by history. Let us raise our cups and toast to their health and happiness.
Lord Serenoa is smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eridor. We have a job to do here, and the day has only begun.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin. Step forward, Sir Maxwell.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known defeat.
I would take the measure of this man.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much more entertaining event than my endless speeches.
Hear, 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 hear.
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell, the champion of our previous challenge? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then, help yourselves to our hospitality and our wine.
Eat, drink, and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
Our time is nigh, Sarah Noah. Ah, but I forget myself. Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. But living up to the title will be no easy task.
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure. Unlike some of us.
Have more faith in yourself, my friend. After all, you too shoulder the future of the kingdom.
I wonder if Glenbrook will truly flourish thanks to anything I do.
Of course it will. It already has. Besides, House Wolfort is at your back.
My apologies. And thank you. I shall strive to be worthy of your support.
You two are quite the pair, aren't you?
Fast friends from the day we met. And you are?
Apologies for not introducing you sooner. This is Huette of the Kingsguard.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems to resent it. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, Lord Wolfort.
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about you. I can see he is in good hands.
I shall see that it is so, my lord.
Now let us begin our preparations. Today we take the field, and today
we claim victory.
Roland, again, he attacks with 2 range. We saw that a bit in the tutorial battle. He also has some pretty good movements at his disposal, and Huette is an archer, and she also is on a giant bird. I missed the part where she was on a giant bird at first. Best meet the guests it would also give me a chance to take the measure of my soon-to-be opponents. Read. Stories of Minister Exham's skill have reached even the lips of my servants. I very much look forward to learning the truth of these tales. And we can see a couple of things that we can go about. There's also a few things I want to mention. So first of all, do I fight also what Maxwell's side in the turn? We can envision a greater honor than this. Maybe cross swords, Lord Cerno, and fight be one to remember. I actually want to talk to this guy. You must be Lord Wolfort. I am Patriot, Patriarch of House Consa. By King Ragnar's grace, we were chosen above all the others within this momentous ceremony. 'Tis an honor, truly. All we have, we owe to our king. Let us continue to serve him as well as we can. The reason I wanted to talk to him is because every single named character has something like this, where we can just view a little bit of information about them. We can see what their artwork looks like, and we can see their allegiance. We can see what their name is. This guy does not have one because he doesn't have a name. Let us hope this tournament brings the same thrills as last year's. I will soon forget the final bout between Lord Simone and the Donsby. Aye, 'twas a match for the histories. 'Tis a shame Lord Simone won't be here to have another go at it. His son is representing House Wolfort this year, I hear. I don't reckon one so great can stand a chance against the likes of the Dawnspear, but I've seen stranger things. I've heard it's a good show. I've never seen it myself, though. I hear the Dawnspear is returning to defend the title he won at the previous tourney. Let us hope he hasn't been resting on his laurels. Also, while I'm over at Patriot, let me just get the explanation on Patriot Consar, nobleman whose name has been long known throughout Glenbrook. He leads the Royalists, a faction that supports the royal family and dutifully tends to the kingdom's political matters as minister. Lord Saranoa, I understand the Wolfort name is now in your hands. Allow me to reintroduce yourself as your peer. I am Landroy Fox, Lord of one of Glenbrook's 3 high houses. This tourney will be your first and best chance to show the skill of Wolfort's new generation. You have my support. May you find success deserving of a high house. the Lord of House Falks, one of Glenbrook's high houses. His bow armor set to surpass that of even Simon. The king himself praises both his battle prowess and fierce loyalty to the crown. Soon you will lead your first foray into battle, and Lady Frederica and I shall experience true combat for the first time. Do you have a stratagem in mind for the tourney? I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of healing. Is that so, my lord? To tell the truth, I hadn't anticipated such a response, but thank you for the flattery nonetheless. I was being sincere, and have faith in all my allies. Now that we would not be fighting together. Your honesty is refreshing indeed. I am not so nervous as I was a moment before. I shall do my best to answer your every expectation. Lady Frederica and I shall prove ourselves worthy to fight alongside you. Gila Brees, Frederica's attendant and tutor in the arcane arts, she once studied at the Ministry of Medicine in Hyzant, but the allure of the Frosty archives compelled her to move to the duchy. By the way, some of those descriptions will actually change as you go through the story. I will not be showing most of those changes because a lot of times you can best see them in cutscenes, and I don't want to interrupt the flow of the cutscenes. But still. Your first tourney as Lord of the House, eh? I knew the day would come, but it still brings a tear to my eye to see it. Always remember that Benedict and I are at your back, my lord. Come to us for whenever you need it. That includes the tourney. You need someone in the dirt, my lord. I'm your man. Let's show him what the stuff House Wolford is made of. Edward Ballantine, an experienced soldier and commander of Wolford's forces, has served Simon alongside Benedict since the Salt Iron War, and continues to do whatever he can as a loyal retainer to House Wolford. What's there now? There you are. Benedict's been looking for you. Anna Pascal, an expert spy in Benedict's right hand. She was taken in by Wolford after losing her parents and swears to do everything in her power to repay that debt. I've never seen a woman, or a man for that matter, quite like Minister Lila. Beautiful, elegant, and brilliant. Oh, what I wouldn't give to serve under someone like her. Word is that her new assistant is a strapping young researcher, said to be well versed in ice magic. I knew I should have spent more time on my books instead of in the training yard. Very much like to see the skill of Minister Lila's new assistant for myself. Perhaps I will, and sooner rather than later. Information. This is kind of the big thing with the exploration phase. You will learn things. If we go into the War Chronicle, we can go into information. Say Minister Lila of Hyzant's Saintly 7 employs a handsome ice mage as a research assistant. Ice magic is notoriously difficult to control, making mages of this type extremely rare. The information will actually come in handy later on. It's different to notes. Bloody Shield himself will be fighting on behalf of Esfrost during this year's tourney. He's the captain of the Duchy's elite Hawk Riders and a fierce Hawk Shield himself. I look forward to seeing the man in action. I passed a group of soldiers clad in black armor on the way here. Are those Esfrost's storied black irons? I mean to question any Esfrosti I can about the archives. Set up within the archives' countless tomes lies the answer to any and all the questions that have ever been asked. You need only seek them out. Now, some boundless knowledge is certainly something I'd like to see with my own eyes. We have learned about the archives. You're from House Wolford, yes? Your reputation is formidable to be sure, but Esfrost's military is second to none. Day and night we train, and I dare say even our rank and file will be a match for any other army's elite troops. Why, just the other day we managed to capture a particularly dangerous smuggler. He was swift as a horse and as deadly with a bow as any man alive. I even broke a bone in the process. So would Dallas make him a capable soldier? Wonder what disparate paths led him to be chased down or something like that. Soldiers are obedient here. Give them that. Can't say for Esfrost military. For better or for worse, Esfrost would value freedom over all else. Those with the drive to succeed naturally rise to the top. Though your kingdom's lords and ladies might view us as a rabble of ambitious upstarts. We aren't beholden by any tradition in our Esfrost. If you ever have any interest in seeing what true freedom looks like, you're welcome anytime. Grand Duchy of Esfrost. Ah, Serenoa Wolfort, how good to see you again so soon. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Thalas Esfrost, at your service. I suppose soon I shall be calling you my brother-in-law. This is quite the castle you have, full of history and great deeds. I hope that one day fate sees it fit to deliver me one so grand. Thalas Esfrost, Archduke Gustadolf's younger brother, he was appointed Prime Minister at a young age and is the second most powerful man in Esfrost. Suppose we haven't met formally yet. I'm Erica Esfrost. Yes, Frederica is my sister, although I hardly think of her as such. This country is old, for lack of a better word. I'm certain it will fit her sensibilities perfectly. Erica, as Frost, Archduke of Rudolph's younger sister, like her older brother, she judges others based on their lineage and greatly dislikes those not from her family's main line. In other words, she's a bitch. Lord Serenoa, congratulations on your recent appointment. The news of Lord Simon's application was sudden, to be sure, but all lords must give up their position in time. Still, I am certain having that immense responsibility thrust upon you at such a young age must be trying indeed. If you ever require counsel, or simply a sympathetic ear to bend, do not hesitate to call upon House Tellior. Silvio Tellior, the Lord of House Tellior, one of Glenbrook's high houses. His distant domain lacks the fighting power of the other two houses, but has been entrusted with safeguarding the kingdom's precious reservoir. Is it true that General Avlora will be taking field in the tourney? The right hand of the Archduke, rivaled only by her lord in ferocity. I doubt she judges a friendly competition to be worthy of her abilities. Still, if she lives up to her reputation, then she wouldn't have to try hard to prove a match for even the mightiest warriors. Dragon Esfrost, after his father Svarog was all but relegated to life on the Esfrosti Outlands, dedicated himself to his studies at the archives, hopes of restoring his family's honor. As a young genius, discovered how to make explosives. That's not intimidating. I've trained the prince since he was scarcely old enough to hold a spear. I have a great interest in seeing his performance at the tourney. I would wish you good luck, but I would rather your skill carry you to victory. Maxwell Trier, the strongest warrior of Glenbrook, also known as the Dawn Spear, he was appointed by the kingdom's Master of Arms by Regna, who recognized his skills in combat. Speaking of Regna, you carry your father's legacy on your shoulders. Eager am I to see how it fits you. Regna Glenbrook, the current king of Glenbrook, he is revered as the wise king who brought the Salt Iron War to its end. He launched the joint mining venture between the three nations as its coordinator. We never talked to Frederica. Thas and Erica. I wonder if those two would deign to participate in the tourney. Frederica Esfrost, the eldest daughter of the Esfrost family, and Sarah Noah's betrothed. She is the daughter of the former Archduke and Rosellen woman, half-sister to Gustadolf. With a wedding on the horizon, I imagine time must be a precious resource for you. Your life is on the cusp of great change, my young lord. Still, I pray you remain a faithful friend to my brother. He has his foibles, but I care for him all the same. Franny Glenbrook, the crown prince and eldest son of Regna, he studies the art of kingship at his father's side and manages the royalists. He often finds himself at odds with his younger brother Roland due to their differing personalities. This is going to be a bit of a long episode, but whatever, this is going to be short compared to some later episodes, I guarantee it. You're joining the tourney with my brother, aren't you? Sir Maxwell has trained with him since he was little. Roland could barely stand after they sparred, but he even walks like the Dawn Spear now. I'm proud to have him as my brother. My apologies. Franny is always saying I let my emotions get the better of me. Please, keep my brother safe, will you? Cordelia Glenbrook, third child and only daughter of King Regna, who brought the Salt Iron War to its end. She is a young princess with a graceful air about her, prefers her kind-hearted brother Roland for the high-strung Franny. Well, that's a bit rude to Franny, he's right there. Congratulations on your recent appointment as Lord. I'm sure the entire realm will celebrate the occasion. Lord Simon has ever been a dear friend to us. Pray do not hesitate to come to us in times of need. Lila Viscraft won the Saintly Seven. She is a woman of superior intellect who is appointed overseer of the Ministry of Medicine. You're the new Lord of House Wolfort, yes? I've seen you from afar, but I believe this is the first time I've had the pleasure of speaking with you. Even now the common folk sing of your house's bravery during the Salt Iron War. However, I suspect it shan't be long before they sing of House Marshall's deeds instead. I look forward to seeing you at the tourney, Lord Serenoa. Exar Marshall. One of the Saintly Seven, he is a knight who showed promise at a young age and was subsequently entrusted with the nation's military matters. I am Sorceley End, but I'm sure you know that. I have the honor of being one of the Saintly Seven. The duties of a young lordling are many, but I trust you are more than capable. May this mine bring prosperity to us all. Such a massive endeavor is bound to be fraught with danger. If you or yours ever require medical treatment, pray visit the Ministry of Medicine. We are blessed with the finest medical minds in Norzelia, but our facilities aren't open to just anyone. Mention my name, however, and every service shall be at your disposal. Learn about the Ministry of Medicine, and Sorceley End, Saintly Seven's Minister of Salt. He manages all things related to the source from which the Holy State's wealth springs. Young Lord Wolfbolt, thank you for the honor of including me among such esteemed company. Each face I see is more impressive than the last. Even members of the Saintly Seven have deigned to step foot upon our shores. Of course, I've had many dealings with High Zant in the past. I am taken to understand that all are equal in the eyes of their goddess, and even those not of noble birth can achieve prestigious stations. I intend to use this opportunity to avail myself of this famed equality, and perhaps win the ear of a saint in the process. Learn about the holy state of High Zant, and Claris Brocker, a merchant who travels among the realms nations as a member of the Norzelia Consortium, an independent and neutral organization that manages the trade of iron salt. Stories of Minister Exham's skills have reached even the lips of my servant. I feel like I've talked to you before. My lord, before the tourney begins, I would like to ask you a single question. To what end do you believe this contest is being held? It's a political play. Just so, my lord. Each nation will show their strength and take the measure of the others in turn. Your test of skill as well as mettle will not treat it lightly. Very good. To be the first of many tests to come, I'm sure. Benedict Pascal, I don't know. The steward of House Wolfort since the Salt Iron War, he has the absolute trust of his liege and has overcome countless difficulties with his intelligence and level-headed judgment. There are yet more people to find, and also things to find, probably. Haven't seen too many sparklies around. It is an honor to fight by House Wolfort's side. I should do my utmost to bring honor to you on the battlefield. Huette Buckler, a relatively new member of the Kingsguard entrusted with Roland's protection, she dreamed of serving the crown from a young age and was appointed to a position in the Kingsguard after years of hard work. There's a sparkly over here with 150 bucks. With you by my side, friend, I feel we could take on the entire realm. I dare say we may even give the Dawnspear his first taste of defeat. Roland Glenbrook, the younger son of King Regna, who brought the Salt Iron War to its end, Cernal Wolfort is his closest friend. Rhymes. Cat. Always important. Talk to the cats. That's just a general story about life, by the way. Always important to talk to cats. Now, I will... Honestly, I'll probably have another... I mean, I'm going to start next episode here anyways, so if I miss any items, just bring it up then. I understand your medal should be on display at the tourney, my lord. May it leave an impression on all in attendance. And one last person to talk to. A predictable match with a predictable outcome. Avlora, a woman orphaned by war, she toiled to earn the rank of general and is known as the strongest in Azeroth, her skills acknowledged by even Archduke himself. But, well, we've talked to a lot of people here. And I do mean a lot of people. And next time, I guess let's get that tourney underway. So until then, see you guys later.